Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kansas City Royals franchise here on MLB The Show 23. I am DFG. And after pretty much going through the season without really talking about the draft, the 2025 draft is here, and we're ready to jump right into it. This is how we're going to start the episode. We do have the number one pick of this draft, so we have a pick of the litter here. Let's see who we pick for the first overall draft pick. There was a lot of guys that I was actually looking at to see who I would take as the number one overall draft pick. But the guy I picked out here is the closer in Jonah Loftus. Now, I can understand number one overall pick, Jonah Loftus, as a closer doesn't really make much sense. Closers generally don't go this early. But I think with us getting rid of Scott Barlow, I think getting a closer now rather than later is a good thing. That being said, I understand if people will be a little bit upset by this pick. We could choose a much more important player, like an offensive player. But I wanted Jonah Loftus from the moment I saw him. He's going to be the first pick. We didn't pick again until pick number 48, so a significant amount of time has passed. There's numerous guys who I could pick here. Pablo Lopez, starting pitcher. I was thinking maybe to go for him because I don't think he's going to be there when we pick again. I think my biggest problem with him is that his stamina is probably doing like 90% of the work on this. Like the rest of his skills aren't really refined. I like Prince Shepard, but Chester Sweeney is a guy who I'd kind of seen from the beginning. Not really a great defensive guy, but good contact guy who's got some vision and discipline, something that we really don't have in the organization. Probably has a low overall to start off with, but he has a very good offensive skill set that get on base, get some hits. So it's really between Pablo Lopez and Chester Sweeney here. Both guys have high potential, but I think Chester Sweeney is a place where we haven't really done well to recruit guys in second base. He's going to be the guy I pick up. Next, I was thinking about Gabe Fuentes in this spot. He's ranked 90 on our board. His actual potential isn't fantastic in terms of his skill set, but his potential to be good is very, very high, I think. There's a lot of guys here. Hugo Armas is in this zone, certainly Elvis Chacon as well. Really, it's one or the other here. I like Chacon's ability to stop hits coming in, but honestly, I think the one guy I probably want the most is Robert Olson. A left fielder, we need more outfielders, and he's probably the best guy we could have picked there. But Gabe Fuentes is certainly on the board next if he's still there. Coming up to the 83rd pick, John DeLuca is still there, so we're only in round 3, and I wouldn't mind taking John DeLuca here. He's got a lot of good skills. Like, his stamina's not there, but his potential and hits, strikeouts, walks, home runs, they're all really good. Now we're on the clock. Gabe Fuentes was not ranked by the draft. Fuentes is going to have a low overall, but some crazy potential. Salvador Perez is going to, finish his run in the Royals eventually, but John DeLuca is the guy I want to pick up here because I don't think he'll be there in the next round. Round 4, and Gabe Fuentes is still there. I think I'm. This is around the time I want to go for him. I mean, he's ranked 90. We're way past that. Gabe Fuentes is coming in. Where we go next, though, I'm not sure. We're certainly running out of players. Okay, round 5. Sam St. Louis was the guy I was kind of looking at. Another non-ranked player. Prevents the home runs like that. So we're just going to pick him up here and take him at 143. Last pick here in round 6. I don't know enough about Geraldo Cruz as a starting pitcher. And I don't know much about Lucas. Tom Schroeder's also a bit of an unknown. I think I prefer to take the relief pitcher because you don't need that high overall, so to speak, to be successful. That's the 2025 draft. So we're gonna have to sign those over the next month or so. I think it's what, the 1st of August before you gotta sign them first. So that's what we're gonna do. Right. Okay. So we've got a few weeks to sign those players up. We'll show you if we sign those players. Um. So home run derby. Let's see if we got anyone. I don't think we did. I don't. The only person I could think of who could get it is Salvador Perez, and he doesn't have 19 home runs. So yeah, he's not there. No one in the home run derby. What about All Stars? Do we have any All Stars? I don't really think any of our players are playing particularly amazing to actually deserve to be in an All Star, but I think they always have at least one player. Let's look through the pictures here. No one there. Scott Barlow's not there either. Didn't have a good year, Scott Barlow. So, and what about in position players? No one yet. Well, there's Salvador Perez. So we actually did get Perez as our All Star. I mean, he's been okay. 14 home runs is okay. And then Cameron De Los Santos, guy who was drafted by the Tigers a few years ago, is also an All-Star. So he's actually had a pretty good year as well. Though I don't imagine, he's not been fantastic by any stretch. But interesting to see that he's getting in an All-Star. But that's the only All-Star we have. Looking in the AAA All-Stars just to see what kind of players could go here. Actually, I think this is the AAA All Stars to see what kind of players are doing well down there. So who do we have here? This is actually AA, I think. Is this AA? Not quite sure. I do see Ray McClain down there. Is he on Northwestern Arkansas? No, this is AAA. The Storm Chasers, I think, are AAA. Jason Vosler. Remember when he was with us? He actually had a pretty decent year the year he came over. He just didn't do well afterwards. And that's the only guy we had. So, had a pitcher in the All-Stars. That's unusual. So, trying to sign guys here. Jonah Loftus actually doesn't have enough interest in us, so we actually can't sign him yet. We'll see if we can try to sign Chester Sweeney, though. He will sign, so we've got our second-round draft pick. Next is Robert Olson. Can't quite offer it to him yet. Gabe Fuentes can't offer to him. Let's see if John DeLuca will sign. Yep, John DeLuca will sign. I think you kind of see how little I've played the game recently, if not even knowing AAA, my AAA team. The Storm Chasers are AAA. Northwestern Arkansas is our AA team. There is another signing there, another relief pitcher. And let's see if we can get Sam St. Louis to resign or to sign with us here. He's going to decline that, so okay, we'll keep that for now. Loftus, Olsen, and St. Louis, they're all going to get some time to get their interest up. So now to start simulating here, we got a series against the Phillies. And Ben Kudrna is actually after getting hurt here, so we're going to have to make some moves. I believe Kudrna has actually been having a good season. It's been so long since I played MLB The Show. I can't even remember a lot of things. We actually got absolutely destroyed here in this game. Kudrna only in for 2.2 innings. Did get rocked a bit. 2 runs and 2.2 innings. I think the guy that we're going to bring up here is Jonathan Boland to fill that spot. Had some time in the major leagues already. Did okay. Let's give him another shot here. He's been doing pretty well down at AAA. Okay, now we can move forward a little bit more. Now we will take a look here as we lost. Did get 2 runs in the final inning of the game. Nick Prado went yard. He's actually doing pretty well. 3 for 4 today. 307 average. So pretty good there for Nick Prado. Neville Nunez, since he's been brought up, has actually struggled a whole bunch. He's at like a 9.34 ERA. So things have turned sour for Neville Nunez, and that's not a good thing. Jonathan Boland will indeed play, and we are currently up against the Phillies, and I don't think Hicks actually closed him out. He didn't. He must have blown that save, but got the win. We were able to do it in the 10th inning. Connor Hollis went yard. Not something you see very often. Hollis isn't exactly a power hitter, but pretty good. Loads of guys coming in here for innings. Jonathan Bolin did pretty well. 5 innings, 2 earned runs. Did leave up a lot of walks though. With where we are at the moment, I'm going to get rid of Tyler Glasnow. I sent him down to AAA a while back, and he's just not been good enough. So I'm going to trade him 1 year, and he's going to be gone. So I've actually got a bit of a blockbuster trade here, getting rid of Tyler Glasnow and Anthony Santander. Both guys we brought in the offseason last year. And I'm going to bring in Andrew Heaney. He's going to be there for a year. Trevor Rosenthal will probably fill out the bullpen. Probably not be our closer, like where Hicks is at the moment. He's probably going to be our closer. But Rosenthal will fit into our bullpen. And also Lamont Littleton, a guy who actually I was really fond of in the draft. A center fielder. We're going to bring him as well, and that trade has been accepted. So with that, now we need to send a player back down to AAA, and I'm going to go with Chris Quinones. This hasn't been great for us. The 5.6 ERA needs to go down. I'm also looking to get rid of Rowdy Tellez as well. Has not done well for us. Started off pretty well, but he's cooled off significantly since then, so I'm trying to see what I can get for him. There's actually a relief pitcher here that I'm actually pretty interested in. There's Joe Mantiply, but he's 34. But the guy that I actually wanted to take a look at here is Kyle Nelson, 28 years old, 73 overall. Certainly good enough, but it's his ERA that I'm really happy with. 1.76 through 56 innings. Kyle Nelson has been elite this year, and they're willing to make this trade just straight up. But Tellez has not been good for us. He's been cold pretty much after his hot streak at the start of the year ended, and he's been cold ever since. So he would slot in above Bobby Ostrander here in our bullpen. I don't think Bobby Ostrander's at the major league level, if I remember correctly, but a really good guy that we could add to the bullpen. Lucas Sims is another guy that I might try to get rid of. No, there's not much there out for him. I think I'm going to leave it. Right, so what is next? We face against Atlanta next, and we indeed beat them 12-9. Very good. Now we're off to sign draft picks. Okay, so we got our reliever. Sam St. Louis will sign with us, so we've got him. I don't know. We've got Jonah Loftus and Robert Olson to take care of. There was another win. Now we're facing Detroit, and we're not having a good day. Currently 7-0 down, but we lose 7-1. Did beat him then on the Sunday. Good win against Atlanta here. Gary Nixon on the mound. Connor Hollis seems to be on a little bit of a good streak at the moment. Pat Contino, Waters, Hollis, Prado all going yard. Prado's been pretty good. He is dropping his average a little bit. Gary Nixon, 6.1 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 7 hits, and 4 runs allowed. Okay, we're all good. Jonah Loftus is signed. We're happy now. We got our number 1 pick to sign. Let's see if we can. Who else we can get? I think we've got 2 more guys left. One thing I want to sort out here is Bobby Witt Jr.'s contract. He's not been amazing, but this year has been one of his better years. He's going to probably set records for his home run. He's had a very high average. I want to see what we'd be looking at in terms of money here. For 6 years, he wants about $18.9 million. So I'm going to see if he's willing to sign. This is what I've gone for: $108 million over 6 years. Star role and front loaded. I think that's a really good deal for us because right now we're not a contender, but down the line we probably will be. So that'll keep him around for at least the next 6 years. There are some players that are still kind of on the edge. MJ Melendez has been up and down. Had a good year last year, not so good this year. Brady Singer has been very up and down. First year, not fantastic. Second year, great. Third year, again, a bit meh. Noah Syndergaard is another guy I want to take a look at. Has been excellent since he came in for us. Nick Prado, another guy who's been pretty good this year, but just hasn't proved it for long enough. More simulating here, and Bednar's trying to close us out. He will indeed. And we've got to sign our draft picks. Bednar trying to close us out again. Failed, but we still ended up losing against the Pirates. You can see we're not having the greatest of years right now. So as we get closed out again, there is an offer coming in here. Randall Grichuk for Luis Garcia. This is a really good trade for us, but a terrible trade for them. Yeah, that's not a good trade for them. Like, that's not a good trade. I mean, I could try and this is a good trade for us, but I just don't think that's fair. Like, I mean, I could try, but I just don't think that's fair. I'm not gonna go through with that. Is he gonna closes out again? He is. That's 2 in a row. Now the Pirates are trying to give us Taylor Trammell, who's a C potential 73 overall center fielder. I don't need Taylor Trammell. I have Gavin Cross. He's going to be their center fielder for the future, hopefully. Injury there for Carter Jensen. Now the Astros are off the trade. What are they looking for? Jacob Melton, a left fielder. For Christian Arroyo. Arroyo's not been excellent by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't want Melton, so that's going to be declined. And now the Guardians are looking for someone. Hentges. I don't need any relievers. I just brought in a few. So I want to play as Jonathan Bolin here. So I'm going to do some simulating. We're going up against the Athletics in today's feature game. So that's what we will indeed do. Now the Orioles are coming for us. Tyler Freeman. I don't really want Tyler Freeman. Freeman's like a B and like in the 70s. So that would be a terrible trade for us. And so we have, this is our lineup against the Athletics today. Let's see what we can do. And if we can get a win here against the Athletics. It will be in California. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to ground that to first. But he's actually going to beat out the run here. It's going to be an E3. And Bobby Witt Jr. is going to get on base here to start the first. We're going to count here, Salvador Perez, 2-0. And that slider was left up, and Salvi hit that hard. El Capitan to the right. Start. Home run, number 19 for Salvador Perez. And he's given us a 2-zip lead to start this game here in the Oakland Coliseum. The best way to start a game is to smash a home run. 423 feet, dead center. 2-0 to the Royals. Ooh, Boland's going to start his day with a nice strikeout. Like that one a lot. Strikeout number 1. Hopefully, one of many. Denzel Clark is up next. And he's going to take that one in the zone. Mid-90s fastball for Jonathan Boland. Do like Jonathan Boland. I think he's had some good play at the majors, even though he didn't end in his last stint particularly well. I think it was a 4.5 ERA or so. And that's another strikeout. Slider. Nice. And there's another strikeout here in the second. Strikeout number 3 for Jonathan Boland. Looks good today. In a slight bit of trouble, but gets out of it with another strikeout. Ledmus Diaz goes down. That's strikeout number 4. Still in trouble here. Got Zach Geloff. And he's going to get him with that slider again. That'll end the second. And he gets out of trouble. Top of the third. And actually, Bobby Witt Jr. is going to get a hit this time. No error. He puts that one back up the middle. Salvador Perez 0-1 now. Already got a home run today. And he leads. This time the curveball is left up. And El Capitan is going to do it again. 2 home runs in 3 innings, and that's number 20. And he beats his last home run by 2 feet, 425 feet this time for home run number 20. El Capitan is going to will the win for us by himself. 4 RBIs today already. Let's see if he can get more. This is it. We're having a good day today to start. And Bolin gets the changeup low. Nice. Very, very good strikeout. That's number 6. Denzel Clark's going to hit this in the left field. Gavin Cross is going to take... He dropped it! That's a routine play for Gavin Cross, but Denzel Clark is going to get into second. That's an E7. Oh, strikes him out. Gets out of the third after that error. Now on the bottom of the sixth, and we've got Ryan Yarbrough on the mound. That's a strikeout of Jonathan India.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tyler Soderstrom is going to get a run here, I think. And it's blooper of a single. It's going to get Tyler Soderstrom an RBI single. Yarbrough in trouble. Don't worry, I'll just get the double play. That'll end the sixth. 4-1 to KC now. Neville Nunez has come in here. Not having the greatest of seasons, and this day has not started off fantastic for him either, as he's after giving Aledmus Diaz a double. Now Zach Geloff is going to get something. That's probably going to be another run for the Oakland Athletics. So an RBI single there for Zach Geloff. And that's going to bloop into right field here. Almost got the man at second, but they say he was safe. 2 on, and now he's loaded the bases after he hit him. So Neville Nunez is not having a good day. Change up low there. So 2 out, bases full. Tyler Soderstrom is going to get a single down the right field line. Melendez gets there. That's 1. That's 2. And Tyler Soderstrom has absolutely leveled this game. In comes Bobby Ostrander, and we're still not out of the 7th here. Neville Nunez has absolutely blown this game for us. And it looks like Esther Ruiz is going to give the Oakland Athletics the lead. Indeed he is. It's a 6-4 lead. We've thrown away a 4-0 lead. So now we'll be down 6-4. Right, now we're in the 9th inning. Drew Waters is up next. Or up first, I should say. We need 2 runs. And he's out. And Gavin Cross is also going to strike out. 2 down, 1 more left to go for Zach Jackson for him to close this out. And Tyler Freeman's going to strike out as well. We went 4-0 up in 3 innings. I thought we were going to smash the ball today. That is not what happened. The Athletics come back and beat us 6-4 with a horrendous performance from Neville Nunez. You just can't do that in Major League Baseball. Give up 4 runs. Just can't happen. And when you do a performance like that with an ERA over 9, it's time to send you back down. And that's what we will do with Neville Nunez. But that's all we have time here for today. Not the greatest of episodes, not going to lie. We did get a draft done though. And we will see you guys for more content soon. College football is probably going to be next, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you in that one. Peace out, guys.